Hi, welcome to my channel, Taco Yakitero. Today is June 12th. June 12th, Wednesday, 2024. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with anyone, and that's okay. Or everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So I had like a really funny dream last night. It was like actually one of my funniest dreams. But, I mean, not the whole thing, but just like a snippet in the dream. So, I had a dream. I was in a party, right? And, the party, we were like celebrating the years or something like that. And it was like in a big mansion. Where the mansion was, the street had nothing but like mansions. But it was not mansions out here. I don't know how to explain that. It was like, they were like beautifully designed, like fairy tale-esque mansions. I don't know, I was just like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. But they weren't like boring white columned mansions. Like they had like color to them and different shapes and designs, right? That's how they looked on this particular street. But anyway, so I was in one of them and we were like celebrating the years of partying or something. There was like a king in there, couple mythical creatures, whatever, right? Blah 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 blah. Anyways, so there was this one part in the dream where I thought was like the most, I don't know why it was so amusing to me, but I was just like, well, that's what you get, kind of, I guess. So there was this woman in the dream. And I don't know. I got the feeling that she didn't even belong in there, right? But whatever, right? Everyone's dancing, everyone's like laughing, blah 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 blah, and she had got like these documents. They were test results. She got test results, right? They were delivered to her at the party, these test results, right? And in the dream, the woman was a black woman, and I don't know why, but this is what I saw in my dream. So this woman made her entire identity black, right? Like it went as far as she even changed her like social media names to like native whatever, blah 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 blah, like whatever, like she was sure her identity was, like that's what she was like passing herself off as, right? So she got her test results, she read them, she opened it up, she read them, and everyone's like gathered around her. I too was gathered around her in the dream, and she reads it, blah blah blah. She tucks it back in the envelope and she just walks away. And everyone's just like, well, what's going on, blah blah. And she was like, you know when you read something that you didn't expect to read? And everyone's like, yeah, well, what's going on? And then I chimed in, and I was like, I know exactly what just happened. And they're like, what? I'm like, she was so sure that she was more black. She ended up turning out to be more white than black. And the woman, she was like, yeah. And it was kind of funny because she made her entire identity what she looked like, but like genetically, her DNA, her ancestry, I just saw 454, like she was more white than black. I'm talking like to the point where like it even showed up in her DNA, right? And she was over here like claiming that she's like native and like, I don't know, like Egyptian or something, but she was more European than African, and it showed up in her DNA. And she didn't want to like talk about it, but I'm like, that's exactly what happened, right? She thought she was what she thought she was, but she was not. So I feel like there's somebody kind of getting like hit in the face with a bunch of facts. Like they try to pass themselves off as something because they would look it, right? You see this person, you would think, oh yeah, no, you're definitely, I agree with that. I can see that, right? I can see it in your complexion, your eyes, this and that. Like I can see that, but looks can be deceiving, right? Not everything that glitters is gold, kind of thing. Because when she got her DNA results, she was like, I guess, shocked that she was. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I guess what I'm picking up on, it doesn't really have to be about white and black. It could be like Asian, Hispanic. It could be anything. It doesn't even have to be about race. It could be about beliefs or something. I don't know, but this is just how it came out in my dream. And you know who? There's actually. All right, let me tell you something else. Hold on. But she actually ended up being more white than anything, right? And she was pretty upset by that because she made her entire identity her complexion, right? So, that's hot. So I guess it's good to know. That's why it's good to know where you come from and learn about like your family tree and your ancestry and things like that, because you don't want to make the mistake of being, I am blah 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 blah, and come to find out your ancestors are like, they may have like dipped their toes in the Mediterranean Sea, but that doesn't mean you're Mediterranean, right? Things like that. I don't know. It doesn't have to be about that, but I don't know why it was so amusing to me. I think it was so amusing to me is because she was so sure, and she passed herself off like to the point where she made it her entire identity, right? Like her social media, the way she dressed, the way she presented herself, the way she spoke, blah 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 blah. But come to find out, you're not even what you're passing yourself off as, you know? And I was just sitting there, I'm like, I know what happened. Right? So you can know this, you can know what's going on. Okay, so what I was gonna get, there was this woman. Let me look her name up. Her name is Rachel. So hold on. It was a huge controversy at one point. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, then you know. So her name is Rachel Dolezal, right? But so her story, this is what I'm picking up on, right? Not like her story, but like this is kind of what my dream reminded me of. If you don't know anything about this story that I'm about to say, you should definitely look into it. It was a huge thing all over the media, right? So this woman, Rachel Dolezal, right? She looked black. Like she looked like her hair, her skin color, her mannerisms, blah blah blah. Like she even went to like hair salons to get her hair done, crinkly a certain way, crimped up, curly, certain kind of way. Like you look at, and her, I think her children were also mixed as well. But you look at this woman and you're like, yeah, she's definitely mixed, right? Definitely mixed, right? And come to find out, she was outed. Turns out she was not mixed at all. Both her parents were white. She had blonde hair. She just kept coloring her hair and getting it done. And she kept tanning her skin because there was like, she got outed. There was like a picture, I think, of her in college or high school. And she was just a blonde-haired white girl, right? And it was this whole thing because she passed herself off as being black or mixed so well that she even became like the head of an organization for like black women. And I'm telling you, it was a whole thing. Look her up, Rachel Dolezal, right? Yeah, look, it says, Nkechi Amari Diallo is an American former college instructor and activist known for presenting herself as a black woman despite being born to white parents. I kid you not, that's what it says. So, and one of the questions is, how did Rachel Dolezal get her hair like that? And it says, she throws on a wig cap and sews in a curly brown wig that's been styled to resemble black hair. Yeah, so she did the most to make herself. So I'm getting like, I don't know why it was so funny because, or amusing, and because it was like, this realization or truth came out at a party, at an event, right? And the thing is, this woman, she was like, basically like, everyone gather around, I got my results, blah, 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 this and that, right? And so she put herself in that spotlight. Like, she even got her results delivered to the party, right? I just saw 11:33. My hair is, oh, it's really not that bad. I just gotta move it around. It's not that bad. So she even got her like results delivered to the party, so she can be like a grand, see, I told you. But turns out she was more white than anything. You know, it's like the only black thing about her was just like her complexion, but her ancestry, her DNA, it was more European than anything, right? And that reminds me of the whole Rachel Dolezal controversy thing going on. Like, this happened years ago, like maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. From, yeah, like she also, and it's funny because one thing, so this happened in like 2015-ish. So something could have happened in 2015, or someone could have been passing themselves off as you, or something that they're not since 2015, and they're being outed now. Like, the truth is out. The truth will out, as they say, right? It's like, I don't know. I feel like this person thought that their DNA was also going to like lie for them, right? It's kind of like, I saw this one show. It was a CSI show episode. CSI is a good show, but there's this one episode where this girl, and it's a pretty dark part, but I'm only going to talk about the one part, right? Like, first of all, the girl was not pregnant at all, right? She hadn't even had an encounter with another person to be pregnant, right? But in her mind, because she truly believed that she was pregnant, her breast started leaking, as if you were a pregnant woman, you know, breast milk, right? And so when that was shown, everyone around her was like, oh my gosh, she really is pregnant. Oh my god, right? But come to find out, they did all the tests, they ran all the whatever. There was nothing inside of her. It was just, she hadn't even had an encounter with a person to be able to get pregnant. That's what I'm saying, right? So it's kind of like this person truly believes that this is who they are, or this is what they are, whatever the case it is, but their DNA, their biology is telling them, no, you're not. You can pretend to be what you want to be because you feel like that's who you are. Because it says, a statement from Rachel Dolezal, she said, I wasn't identifying as black to upset people. I was being me, right? So I don't know why I'm getting that. Of all the things in the dream, that was like the first thing that I thought of when I woke up. It was like, I don't know, it was just so amusing to me because the woman, she had walked away from the party, and it was like, you were just the center of attention a minute ago. What happened? Right? This is what you wanted. What happened? As my daughter would say, what happened? Right? So, don't know. Someone is going through. I guess it would be an identity crisis. Someone is going through an identity crisis right now, right? All right. Let's see what comes out. It's funny because I made a video when I was on the beach talking about how like it would be beneficial for the collective if you get your DNA tested, only so that way you know where your heritage lies and you know where you're from and blah 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 blah, right? So you just know a little bit more. Also, it'll like, so you know like who you are as a person, like where you come from, what you're representing, blah 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 blah, right? So. Ooh. I just heard false prophet. So whoever this person is could have been like passing themselves off as like a divine woman or someone who's like connected. This is someone who would call themselves like an earth angel, but they don't even know the first thing about being an earth angel, or like a divine feminine, or like a chosen one, or like a star child, and they don't even know the first things about that, but they made their entire identity about that, and come to find out they're nothing even close to that. They're more opposite than chosen. So I'm guessing the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I know I should be pulling cards now, but I don't feel like I really need to pull cards right now. So I feel like the reason why this is coming up is because this person is in your energy. Also, you could know this about this person. Like, you could have known from the beginning, or you just knew that what they were passing themselves off as or presenting themselves off as was like an imposter, like a false prophet, a phony, a fake. You could have known that, or you know that about this person. So this could be somebody that you know, someone that is close to you. They don't have to be a black woman. It could be any, it doesn't even have to be a woman. It could be a man, but you know, in my dream, it came out as a black woman. Like, I'm hearing, like she swore she was like a descendant of like Nefertiti and things like that. No, her ancestors, a majority of her ancestors were like European descent, right? And like, it's not even like the side that like branched off to her that would be considered like the part that she's presenting to herself to be as, you know what I'm saying? So like, she may have ancestors of a certain descent in her ancestry, but it's not the part that branched off to her. You see what I'm saying? So there is this girl I went to school with years ago, right? And she found out, like, she was a white girl, right? And I don't know why this has to be with like DNA or like somebody wishing that they were something else or someone else, or, but I feel like this is somebody wishing that they were something else to the point where like they have such bad identity issues, right? They don't know who they are. They're always changing. Anyway, so there was this one girl, right, that I went to school with, and she was like a white girl, right? Pure white. Mom white, dad white, siblings are white. But I guess she found out that her grandmother was Panamanian, right? And the minute she found that out, she changed her entire style, social media. She was repping the flag of Panama, blah, 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 blah. Like, and it was like, you couldn't tell her nothing. Like, she was Panamanian to the core, right? And it's kind of like that, right? But her grandmother wasn't even like full blown. It was like a quarter of a quarter of a quarter, right? So it's just like somebody, I don't know, it's like they're wishing like even like 1% or something, and they're rolling with it, or they tried to, but their DNA says otherwise. Like, you should get your DNA tested, because I feel like you don't want to be that person, right? Because your parents could say, oh, I was from this place, and then and come to find out, your mom was actually from a whole different place, and your dad was from a whole different place, and here you are thinking that your parents are from Germany, but they're actually from Russia, right? Things like that. Like, I was reading some testimonies about people who got their DNA tested, and they legit thought that their grandmother was a white woman, right? But what happened was bond in reverse. What happened was, and it was like her past was always like a mystery, like nobody really questioned it, blah, 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 blah. Come to find out, her grandmother was actually black, but she was able to white pass herself, and so she moved from where she was born and the poverty and blah, 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 and she moved to an area where no one knew her. And because she was able to be like white passing, she met a white man and got married, blah, 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 and, decided to have a different life. And the girl who was sharing the testimony on the DNA website, she was talking about how, like, no one would have ever known this had they not gotten their DNA tested, because come to find out, they were, like, African or something like that. And it was, like, shocking to them because they swore they were, like, from Germany or something, right? So it's like that. Risk in reverse, bond in reverse. Warning in reverse. Isolation upright. So there's something about a broken bond. Oh my God. So if there's someone you broke a bond with, so this could even be somebody whoever this person is, they don't know who they are. They want to be something so badly, but they're just not. And that realization, that truth is, they got the proof is in their face, right? Like the evidence, it's like, you are not what you're passing yourself off as, or you are not what you think you are, or you are not what you're saying you are. It's in their face, right? So whoever this person is, I feel like you knew this, or you've seen this coming, or I don't even know. Anyways, you've known this, right, for a while. So this is somebody you don't have a bond with at the moment. You could have broke a bond with this person, some type of relationship, friendship, whatever. With risk and reverse, I just had it. With risk and reverse, I feel like it would be unwise for you to rebuild this bond. So you're not going towards this bond, you're going to leave it broken. Right? Because if it was upright, it would be a risk to go towards this broken bond. But you're not going towards this broken bond. Like, this crow is trying to, like, wash the clam in the waves, but, like, it has to, like, be careful because the waves might wash it away. But you can see that this person is going through an identity crisis, and whatever they're going through, it's just going to, like, engulf you and drown you as well. So you're not taking that risk. All right. With isolation upright and warning in reverse, I feel like you're keeping to yourself. Warning in reverse. There's something you're not paying attention to. There's something about a distraction here. Oh my God. You could be focusing on, there's something that you're paying attention to that you shouldn't be paying attention to because it's the wrong thing that you are paying attention to. There's something else that you should be paying attention to. Not this past bond, person, whatever. I feel like whatever, okay, let's say there's someone coming from your past, blah, 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 right? That's not, I think that's just like a cover. Like, that's not something you should be paying attention to. Because there's something else that is kind of like your intuition is, alright, let me, because I had a dream about a horse, and I think I was talking about this, but I didn't talk about it. I had a dream about a white horse. I was riding a white horse, but then when I got off the horse, and I was like in a park or whatever, and my horse lunged at this person, and I was trying to hold my horse back. Usually horses represent like freedom, purity, intuition, right? And my horse, it like bit this person. I was like trying to like control my horse, like anomaly reverse, isolation, upright. Okay, I have to fear and reverse. Warning reverse, anomaly reverse, fear reverse. Luck upright. Oh, whatever this is, you're not afraid of it. It is nothing new. There's nothing different about this. This is nothing new. So this is why you're not paying attention to this. This is not a threat to you. Luck. Whoever this person is from your past, they cannot create chaos in your life. They have no dominion over you, and they have no sense of abundance. So that's why it would be unwise for you to go back to this broken bond. And I feel like there is something that you're not paying attention to, but for the most part, so whoever this person is, who doesn't know who they are, they swore up and down they were something, but they're not. You're not afraid of them. There's nothing different about, I don't want to say there's nothing different about them, right? They could just be like another copy paste, right? But I feel like their energy or their approach or the situation, it's nothing new, right? It's like the same. There's nothing different about this person or the situation, or so I feel like that's why warning in reverse is upside down, because this is not a threat. You see this for what it is, and I feel like the only reason why this person who doesn't know who they are, they're coming back around, is because you are in this luck energy, right? And on top of that, you're by yourself, or you seem to be by yourself. Like, you could be seen as single, or I kept getting the word recluse a lot lately. Alright? So, I'm not talking about recluse spider. Also, I should say though, the bite of a recluse spider is very lethal, right? So, this person thinks that they're messing with you, but they don't realize that what they're messing with is something very lethal, right? Like, if this person come towards you, I'm also getting that, like, if they try to approach you or touch you without your consent, they're gonna get, like, punished. Not like out here, I mean, I don't know, but mostly, like, spiritually they're gonna get punished, because they're not supposed to, like, approach you or talk to you or touch you or be near you. It's like they were forbidden from, like, being around you, like, even spiritually. So, recluse, a person who lives a solitary life and tends to avoid other people. And the example says, she has turned into a virtual recluse. So you could be divine feminine. You don't have to be. But this person is seeing you as, like, by yourself or single. Or I also feel like they're trying to, like, find you. It's difficult for this person to find you. Abundance reverse, dominance reverse, mischief reverse, direction upright. Yeah, this person, this could be a woman wanting to get in contact with another woman, but this woman doesn't even know who she is. Another thing too is that if this person feels like now is a good time to get in contact with you, it's because, oh, well, they're single now, or they're by themselves now, or I don't know, they feel like you must be lonely, right? That's what I'm getting to. Like if you're lonely, then it would be easily acceptable for you to, like, accept this person or something. I have to look something up about recluse spiders. Presently, the known range of the brown recluse spider habitat, Loxosceles reclusa, extends from Nebraska to Ohio and across the South from Texas to Florida. It is native to the United States, unlike other pest spiders such as the brown widow or yellow sac spider. So if someone's trying to travel to you, victims of brown recluse spider bites can experience fever, convulsions, itching, nausea, and muscle pain. In extreme cases, brown recluse spider bites may result in necrosis, which is your skin, like the flesh of your skin rotting, or the death of living cells. It's literally the same, I guess. I mean, not really, but in this case, painful open wounds appear and do not heal quickly. Wounds will appear purple and black at this time. So this person could be sick. And the only reason why they're sick is because they're not supposed to be around you. They're not supposed to come towards you. But it's like, I literally just said that. Like, this person is, like, been forbidden to be around you. And if they do come around you, they're going to get, like, punished spiritually. So this could be somebody who's, like, getting sick and sick and sick. And nobody knows why they're getting sick. But because it's a spiritual sickness that's manifesting out here in the 3D. So that's why it's like there never seems to be a cure. It's because it's spiritual. They're spiritually sick. Okay, that's better. Now you gotta think about it too, because when you're if a person is going through an identity crisis, they're already sick. Because spiritually you don't know who you are, where you stand. Out here, you don't know where you are, where you stand. You don't know your boundaries. You don't know your yeses, your nos. You don't know what you're comfortable with. You don't know. You just don't have a sense of identity. So you're open to attacks. You're open to host things, right? That had you known where you stand on whatever side, you would be like, no, you are not welcome in this vessel. You are not welcome in my home. You are not welcome, right? It's like that. But this person, they're very, very sick. Right? And it might not just be physically ill. They're very, like, spiritually, they're very, very sick. And it's like, this person, they're forbidden for being around you. And they're trying to come around you. Like, they're trying to find you or be close to you. And it has to do with a lot with, like, your lucky energy. This person, they are not abundant at all. Listen to God, right? So this is why you're being put in isolation. I feel like if you don't know what an isolation program is, look it up. But you're listening to God. Secret pregnancy on top of luck. Yeah, you're manifesting things. You're in this Wheel of Fortune energy. That's the only reason why this person wants to come around you. They're like forbidden. I keep hearing that. Forbidden. They're forbidden from coming around you. Right? This karmic masculine, karmic woman, they're forbidden. And like, you could be seeing this from like a distance. You could have known this or called this. Like, you ever just, oh my God, you ever just see something and you're like, that's not how that's gonna turn out, or that's not how that's gonna happen, or blah 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 blah, right? Like, you know how like you can just tell when something's gonna happen. Like, I don't know. There's also something about 10 months, a 10-month time period. So yeah, you know, that's another thing too. You know how to listen to God. 666 reflect. Wake up to your higher spiritual truth. Yeah. I have like a hair. Okay, it's gone. See? This is about spirituality and like your faith. Like, people who have identity issues, it really stems with their beliefs. You know, like, well, what do you believe, right? If you don't know what you believe, you don't know, like, it's just a whole thing. Like, it's like the reason why people are, sometimes some people do the things that they do is because it stems from childhood trauma, right? But that's a whole different thing. We're talking about spirituality and identity and beliefs, right? So this person, they don't know where they believe in. They don't know who, like, they might not even know what faith is, right? Or like how to use faith. They think faith is something you use, but no, it's just something you just have. That's like asking, well, how do you breathe air? How do I use the air in my lungs? You don't. You just breathe. You know, I don't. The letter F. So this could be a friend or a foe passing themselves off as a friend, or a family member passing themselves off as a foe. Family, friend, foe. Right? It's all... Wow, I just heard two names, but that both start with F. Fatima and Frederica. What? I don't know anybody with those names. We have the letter S. So we have the letter F and the letter S. Could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial, name of a word or a place. We haven't gotten letters out in a while. This could also be somebody that says, oh, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, they say that a lot, for sure, for sure. Oh, for sure, for sure. Like, they say for sure a lot. For sure, yeah. Yeah, whoever this person is, they're like a foe. Whether it's a family or friend, they are a foe. Because the card that came out says, I secretly hate you. They also don't like the fact that you're not afraid of them. You don't see them as anything to be like, oh my god. Right? You don't see them as a threat. They don't like that. And again, that was dominance in reverse. Like, this, how can you have dominion over something who is not, or someone who is not afraid of you? Right? It's like, you literally put no fear in my heart, so how can you overpower me? You see what I'm saying? They want you to be miserable like them. Okay, well, I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. This is somebody who's going through an identity crisis. That's another thing too. Like, you don't even know what I have, and I don't know. They're just miserable because they don't even know who they are and what they are. And I had a dream. I think it was like last summer, about a woman being surrounded by people, and her mask. She had a mask on her face, and it cracked and it fell to the ground. And everyone saw her, and she fell to the ground to her knees and was crying in her hands, and I was just standing there watching her, and I just walked away. But in that dream, it was a white woman. And the dream I had last night, it was a black woman. So this person, they just don't even know who they are. You are protected. This card has been coming out a lot. You are protected. And I feel like the more you listen to God, because you listen to God, you're protected. Like I said, this person is like, they're forbidden from being around you. I had a dream that there was this person that they were trying to like follow me in a crowd. I think I talked about this dream. But when I got to like the main part of like the town or the town square or whatever, as they tried to like put their hand on my arm, a bolt of lightning struck. And they couldn't touch me. It's like this person, they're forbidden from touching you or being around you. Their spirit, they don't know who they are. White witch came out. Look at that. So you could be this white witch. I was also singing the Kookaburra song yesterday. So you're there's something about your energy too. It's very light, very light, very nonchalant. It's unserious. It's just like you're just having a grand old time in life. And it's like it bothers this person because they're over here trying to figure out who they are. Sorry, I just burped. Trying to figure out who they are, where they stand, blah, blah. And you can see this person going through an identity crisis. But because this is not your issue, this is not your... It has nothing to do with you, right? This person also wants you to help them figure out who they are. But be careful because this person, if they get around you to do that, what they're just going to do, they're just going to copy your identity. Copy, paste, copy, paste. They're just going to try and copy your identity, pass it off as themselves. And it's like, okay, now I know who I am. I'm the collective. No, you're not. This person doesn't know who they are. This person could also wear wigs a lot, too. Or they, like, try to wear wigs, but it's just... You know it's a wig. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I'm using my Supernatural deck. There's something about FS. Like, what is like, FX equipment? It's like special effects. There's something about special effects. Right? Or like they try to use special effects on like their personality or their pictures, or try to really dress and look and act the part. Like they get deep into, you know how like actors and actresses in certain roles, depending on the role, I guess, whatever, they really become the character. Like I know the one movie, I think Lady Gaga did. She did for like who was she playing? She was playing some woman, and she was like really into the character. Like she became the character. Like she was talking about how like she lost herself, or like she wasn't herself. Like she was actually the character. So this person. Like they become their characters. It's like you need to be careful because this person, they don't know who they are. They might want to become you. We have, I don't even know why I chose this deck. 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 of Swords in reverse. What? Reflect. 666, wake up to your higher spiritual truth. So yeah, I feel like I mentioned something about a distraction. This person is very spiritually distracted. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have the 8 of Blades. I'm gonna make sure. Hold on. Yeah. I still have to work on my Roman numerals, but the 8 of Blades in reverse. So, whoever this person is, they're in denial. They could also be in denial that you have woken up to your higher spiritual truth, right? I'm saying that's. I feel like this person, they don't really have faith or believe in God, or. I remember in the show, this girl did something under false pretenses too. Like she swore up and down what she was doing was like the right thing, but it wasn't the right thing. I think Sam and Dean had to like convince her that what she was doing was not the right thing. I think it had to do with the vampire. I'm not sure. But also, vampires have been coming up in my readings a lot lately. Also, have you noticed that a lot of the commercials on TV have mythical creatures in it? Like Orila French fries was like a mermaid. And then Native was a centaur. And I think there was like another one. With like a fairy. So I've been noticing that for like the past couple months. A lot of the commercials have been introducing, right? So anyways, so yeah, this person is in denial. They could also be in denial, like if something is telling them, or if they were told you're not this or you're not that, like they don't want to believe it, right? It's like this is all they've known for a long time. Like, what do you mean? Like, no, this person, these people could be in denial. Come on. The World came out. So you're definitely, whoever you are, you're definitely a white witch. But you're leaving something behind you in the past. It could have been this person or these family members. You just left them in the past. They're also in denial that you left them in the past. You left them behind. You closed out a cycle with them. The Most High God closed out a cycle for you on whatever realm he had to. So you just had to close out the cycle out here. You just had to say no and blah, blah, whatever, right? So you did that. And now spiritually, everyone's just like, oh no, he's not about to do that, or she's not about to do that, right? So you left something in the past. This person, these people. The cycle has closed down. You're moving forward. You're moving on. Right? You're in this luck energy, this white witch. And this person, they secretly hate you too. Like, that's another thing too. Like, why they think you would allow them around you when you know for a fact they secretly hate you is beyond me. Like, I know. Like, God told me what's in your heart when it comes to your intentions towards me. So why you think I'm going to let you around me it makes no sense to me. Like, are you for real right now? My nails. Okay. You have the Ten of Bones, which is the Ten of Wands in reverse. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And the Nine of Pentacles upright. Okay. This is good. Okay. Collective. Ow. Yeah. So you closing out the cycle to them. Am I reading this right? Ten of Wands reverse. Nine of Pentacles reverse. Nine of Pentacles reverse. This person wants... I thought this was the Nine of Pentacles upright. Roman numerals are a little tricky for me. Yeah, I feel like this is why I need to be using these cards more often. So the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Bones in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This person, they just want your money. And they're like codependent on you, on your energy. I don't know, whatever you have, they're just hoping that... so this could be like a woman that's like trying to be codependent on another woman, because usually the Nine of Pentacles upright is depicted as a very financially independent, healthy, wealthy, intelligent, freeing woman, right? So you being this white witch, that's what you are. This person going through an identity crisis, that's obviously not who they are. So they are like, they're like codependent on your energy. They want to be, they're trying to be. They're also trying to get out of some sort of burdens, right? It could be financial burdens. Whoever this person is, they're under like some sort of financial burdens, and they're hoping because you're in this luck energy, also with secret pregnancy, manifesting, and bringing in things and blah, 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 that you would give them some of that. I keep picking up on this person who they don't even know who they are. I know she's awake. I heard her. I mean, you must be doing something right, collective, because this person feels like you would solve their troubles, right? But their troubles are not for you to solve. So, no thank you. Ace of Bones. Five of Swords. Reverse. Somebody wants revenge. This person, they're fueled with revenge. That's like, they have a burning passion, desire to get revenge on you for some stupid shit, whatever. So this person who secretly hates you wants to get revenge on you because not only do they not know who they are, but they want to take it out on you because you've woken up to your higher spiritual truth and you're this white witch that's lucky and manifesting, right? So they want to take it out on you because you closed out a cycle with them and basically cut them off of your energy. I also feels like this person feels like you knew something great was coming for you into your life. And they also want to get revenge on you because they feel like you cut them off so they don't have access to whatever greatness that is. And it's kind of like they're not wrong, but at the same time, God told you to cut them off because your greatness, whatever's coming in for you, is for you. It's not for them. Because their purpose was, that's not fair. You cut me off, so now I can't use your greatness to solve my problems in my life. And that's exactly why God told you to cut them off. Because your greatness is for you. It's not for this person to use, to take and use for their problems. Does that make sense? It makes sense. So that's one of the biggest reasons why they kind of like have a burning passion for like revenge right now. And it's like they're not wrong. But at the same time, it's like, this is like somebody you collective, right? For example, this is the best example I can give you. This would be like you collective knowing that you're coming into some sort of an inheritance. But before you can get that inheritance, you have to cut out the weeds. You have a bunch of new seeds, right? Bunch of magical seeds that you have to plant in your garden. But before you can plant in your garden, you have to clear out your garden. Take out the weeds, old plants, moldy onions, whatever, right? You have to clear out your garden. This person wanted to stay in your garden as you plant your seeds and bear fruit. They can pick from the fruit. But now you have a whole pest control thing going on in your garden. They cannot get access to your garden. And they feel like you knew this was happening. So now they want to punish you for revoking their access to your garden. And you could have known that, but that's not the point. Because it's like, why are you so desperate to have access to my garden when you can just build your own garden? And that's the thing. They don't want to do that, right? They feel like it's better if they could just pick the fruit from your tree instead of waiting, planting seeds in their garden. And I talked about this analogy before, the whole garden thing. So now they want to get revenge on you because you won't allow them access to your garden. But that's the thing. They're forbidden. They're not allowed to be around your garden. It's kind of like a demon trying to gain access to the Garden of Eden. You're not allowed, right? Three of Swords, blades. And this deck is blades. Three of Blades reverse and King of Pentacles reverse. So there's a masculine that you could have broken a bond with, and you don't even feel bad about that. You being this white witch, so you could have broke things off with the King of Pentagrams. It's pentagrams, right? It's pentagrams. It came out in the reverse. But it's actually pentacles. Like in other decks it would be pentacles, but in this deck it's pentagrams, right? Yeah. You don't... I'm honestly, why would you feel bad too? Like, you don't even... This person is a mess. I also feel like this person wants to get revenge on you because you broke up with or you left a masculine, a karmic masculine, and you don't even feel bad about it. But it's like this person wants you to feel bad about it. That's so stupid. It could also be because this woman is so dependent. They could just have a codependent personality in general. And the person that they're so codependent on wants you, and you don't even want that person. So they feel like it's like you're wasting the man or the woman. I don't know. It's stupid. So yeah. How far am I in? I'll get like one or two cards more, and then I'm gonna close the reading. Realistically, this is what this is. This is just a bunch of people who don't even know each other, who don't know what faith is. They're codependent on each other. Right? They feel some type of way because you won't allow them in your life. You won't allow them in your garden. You won't allow them access to you. It's just a bunch of people that feel some type of way because you cut them off. That's what this is. But you were being told to cut them off. Right? That's what this is. It's just a bunch of people that feel some type of way because you cut them off. And you don't even feel bad about cutting them off. But you're supposed to cut them off, because once you cleared out the weeds from your garden, you're in this luck, manifestation, white witch, protected energy. You have to leave these people in the past. Sam and Dean, that's who's in this card, they're going forward. All that red that's in their rear view mirror, that's in the past. These people are stuck in, like, I don't know, but they're in the past. And they feel some type of way. But there's nothing to be done about that. Right? This is what this is. A bunch of people, I'm going to say it again, a bunch of people that just feel some type of way and are mad and want revenge and are heartbroken and are angry because you left them in the past and they don't know who they are and they don't have access to your personality, your abundance, your luck, your garden, your trees, your fruit, whatever. They don't have access to any of that. And they want to punish you because you don't give them access to that. That's crazy to me. We have 2 of Wands upright and 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, whatever plan that I feel like their plan for you was to get you unbalanced. And what is this? The 5 of Blades again. Yeah, these people they're just a bunch of petty people. This came out again, but the first time it came out, it was in reverse. The whole revenge thing. Yeah, so these people thought, I'm going to make your life hell. I'm going to make sure you have no peace in your life because you cut me off, because you don't want to date me, because you don't want to be my friend, because you don't want to be my lover. I'm going to make things difficult for you. That's their stupid plan. I'm telling you, this is just a bunch of people that they want to be petty towards you because you don't want to be around them. You don't want to be friends with them. You don't want to date them. You don't want to whatever with them. You don't want anything to do with them. You want to keep them in the past, and they don't like that. That's what this is. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing new about this. With anomaly reverse, there's nothing new about this. There's nothing to be worried about. Like, this is annoying, boring, and stupid. Just a bunch of people being petty because you don't want to be around them. So this is a reading. I hope it helps. Bye.